everybody. My name is Michelle Burnett, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to do a cheer. I've been cheering for about 10 years. I've cheered on all-star squads, Pop Warner squads, and I've also cheered for EWC. I'm an EWC cheerleader right now. And my question to you is, how many people actually go to a football game? And how many people go to a football game where the team is losing? So when the team started losing, how many of y'all actually pay attention to the game? Like still, why the team is losing? Most of the time, you're not going to pay attention to the game. You're going to start looking at the band or you're going to look at the cheerleaders. And that's when I come in. I motivate the crowd because I'm a cheerleader. So today I'm going to be talking about the history behind cheerleading, the different types of cheerleading, different styles. And I'm going to tell you about the dangers, because a lot of people don't know about the dangers of cheerleading. They just think it's rah, rah, rah. And then we're going to demonstrate a cheer. So, how many of you know that the first cheerleader was actually a male? The first cheerleader. Females couldn't cheer. Like back in the day, the first cheerleader actually was a Princeton graduate. He's the one who started organizing the crowd to say like rah, rah, rah and different stuff. But cheerleading actually started at the University of Minnesota. There's a man by the name of Johnny Campbell, and he directed the first cheer. And he was like rah, 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 varsity, 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 Minnesota. And that's what started. And to this day, they still use that cheer. So the first cheerleading squad was started at that school, and it was 6 males. Females didn't start cheerleading until, this was about 1800. Actually, cheerleading started November 2nd, so anniversary is actually coming up. Males, like, started everything. Females didn't start cheering until about 1935, and that was like around the time the war was going on. That's when females was playing baseball and they started cheering. So, that's history behind cheerleading. I'm going to show you some basic cheerleading moves. Every cheerleader has to know the basics. You can't just say, I'm going to start cheering on a cheerleading squad and don't know basic moves. So some basic moves are blaze, fist, high V, clasp, low V, T, broken T, tabletops, candlesticks, K, punch, L. These are basic moves. All cheerleaders must know their basics. To start a cheer, you have to know, I can't just go on the cheerleading squad and just try to copy her because my arm's going to be wrong. It's not going to work. Different levels of cheerleading. You can cheer school-sponsored, college, high school, elementary. Some people start elementary like back up north. Down here, they don't really do elementary cheerleading squads. They do Pop Warner, which is like when you cheer for the park, or you cheer for, the Lions or whatever team. You can do All-Star cheerleading, which is competition cheerleading. I cheered for Brandon All-Stars back in Tampa, really good competition squad. Or you can do just cheerleading, like some people just cheer for fun, like they just started on cheerleading squad. Different styles of cheerleading. If you're from up north, you kind of have a basic, regular cheer style. But down south, we have like a SWAT kind of cheer style. If you know the EWC, we do both cheer styles, which would be your basic cheer, and then we have stuff where we're like moving, like, it's like, I can't explain it. It's just, I guess we call it like a southern ghetto kind of, it's like a southern, like South Carolina cheer. We use like the high knees, the high step, like we do that in cheers. Or we might get low and shake. It's just different styles. I came from an all-black school that cheered very preppy. So when I got here, I had to translate and transfer over because they do like, so I'm over here and I'm like, and I couldn't shake, so I had to get my shake right. Different styles of cheerleading. Dangers of cheerleading. How many people know that cheerleading is the most dangerous physical activity that you can be doing? We're not considered a sport in some states and some schools. There's actually, at University of Kentucky, they had, this past July, a judge ruled saying cheerleading was not a sport. Because if cheerleading is a sport, you have to have the same amount of sports for males and females. So if cheerleading was ruled as a sport, that meant that they were going to have another squad, like another team for the males. So they ruled cheerleading is not a sport. Some states cheerleading is a sport, some states it's not a sport. Dangers. There's a lady by the name of Christy Yamaka, and she's a cheerleader for University of Southern Illinois, and she suffered a fractured vertebrae, which is her back. She was doing a human pyramid. She was the top girl. The top girl is the person who's all the way at the top. They normally weigh about 90 to 110 pounds. She fell off the top of the pyramid and she fractured her back, like her vertebrae. She had a broken arm, and I think she broke her left leg. So cheerleading is quite dangerous. On July 11, 2006, the AACA, which is like the American National Association for Cheerleading, they said that we can no longer do basket toss we can no longer do 2.5 high pyramids like on court. So if you go to a basketball game and you see them throw a basket toss like during the game, that's illegal. You're not allowed to do that anymore. They banned middle school, elementary, and high school from doing 2.5 stack pyramids, which is where you have a girl and then another girl and then you have a top girl. They banned it because they said it's too dangerous. High school squads, they can't do that anymore. My high school squad, we had to stop it. Like, they'll come and they'll fine you for it. So, it's quite dangerous. Some of the more dangerous stunts we have, like basket tosses, which is when the girl actually leaves everybody. She goes up in the air. She might do like a toe touch, or she might pike out, or she might twist down. And we have like 3.5, 2.5 stack pyramids. We have koopies, which is where you have one male, and he's holding the girl like this, and both of her feet are actually up like this, and they're in the air. So cheerleading can be very dangerous. In the United States, 2.9 females actually participate in sports in high school, which is not a very lot. It's about 3% of all of the females, like in school. But females had 85% injury over the males. So even though only 3% were cheerleading, they had the most injuries. So some of the main injuries that you can get from cheerleading are, you have knee problems, ankles, because we jump so much, we get weak ankles. So like I ran track, so when I transferred from cheerleading to track, I have to do a lot of ankle exercises and wrists, because cheerleading you get weak ankles. You also get a lot of sprained wrists. You get a lot of elbow problems, because when you're lifting, sometimes you catch them, you can pop your elbow out of place. And you get a lot of back injuries and head injuries. I've seen concussions, I've seen fractures, I've seen a girl who caught a girl and like she was on the ground and she caught her with her neck. So she was in the neck brace for like 2 weeks. So that's it. I'm going to demonstrate a chair now. I'm going to do an easy chair and I'm going to do a hard chair. Anybody want to come up here and learn it?
JJ?
No? Oh, well, that's okay. So I'm going to teach you a quick chair. VID00005 win. And it will be motions like high V. I'm going to do this motion right here. And I'm going to do this right here, which is just a T or touchdown. Cheerleading voice. You want to make your voice loud. You want to project. You want to try to pronunciate all your words. If you're cheering a cheer, if you want to do like the moving kind of cheer, it's more of like an attitude. It's like no smiling, you're battling. It's like a battle cheer. So if I was cheering to, excite the crowd, I would be like, EWC, let's go, fight and win. Or I could do a cheer and I can be like, I don't know, anything. It could be like, hey, Tigers, let's get up and go. EWC, let's get up and go. Your last go or your last word, you want to try to make your voice a little high pitch. And then to demonstrate like the SWAT style of cheering, the way we cheer, it'll be like, hold on. G-E-T-U-P, get up, out your seat, D-U-P-U-T, and move to the Tigers beat. It's more of like a shake and pop. So today I demonstrated a cheer for you. I told you about the history of cheerleading, the difference between levels of cheerleading as far as high school, college, competition, the dangers of cheerleading, and that's my speech. I hope you learned something about cheerleading today.